What happens when you do this time and time again? This message is for you. You watching this, this is for you. When you do the same thing time and time again, when you think the same way time and time again, how can you expect anything different? How can you expect any different results? How can you? When you get to the point in your life, and perhaps this might have been your whole entire life, this is one of those videos, by the way. If you're not an emotional person, a feeling person, if you don't want to be in connection with yourself on the inside, your true self, this video is not for you. But if you want to be in connection with who you are on the inside, this video is for you. If you find yourself wondering why do I have to keep doing this time and time again? You don't have to. You do not have to continue doing the same thing time and time again, okay? You don't have to. You can do things different. You can. You may have an issue. Some people may have an issue. I've been there. I've done that. You've second-guessed yourself. Perhaps you may have thought one way, well, if I do this, it might work. Good morning. But then you have this other thought that comes and interferes with that thought and tells you, why are you thinking like that? It's not going to work. Just forget about it. It's not going to work. When you start second guessing yourself, and actually it probably isn't you second guessing, it's some other voice that gets in your head and tells you you can't. It's not going to work. You're going to fail. You're going to fail. It's not going to turn out the way you hope. You're already talking negative to yourself, the other thought that you allowed to get into your mind. You're defeating yourself. You're literally shutting yourself down. You're literally causing that light inside of you to literally like close up. It's like this. It's Sunday. We can hear some encouragement. You got this light inside of you. It could be a little light. It could be a little light. But the fact is, it's a light. And you can work with that light. You really can. When you do this time and time again, how can you expect anything different if you do the exact same thing? Because you're like the person walking around in circles. You just keep doing it. You just walking and walking in a circle. You keep walking. This is the time when I need a board. This is the time I need to put my dry erase board up on the thing and keep drawing the circle over and over. I mean, I could do it right here, but this is my green screen. If I could just take my finger and draw a circle time and time again. When you keep doing this, this happens when you do the same thing over and over again. You're literally going around in the circle that you have drawn, that you are accustomed to. Yeah. And I'm going to put my dry erase board up somewhere. Hello and good morning. This video might be for you if you are an emotionally attached person, if you're emotionally attached to your emotions within the inside of you, and it may be for you if you want to get in touch with your emotions, but then you don't want to get in touch with your emotions. If you second guess yourself, okay, if you second guess yourself and you get to the point where you beat yourself up because you've already allowed yourself to second guess yourself, and when the hope sprang up within you saying, you know, this might work if I do this right here, I think it'll work. I really do. I have hope that things can change for the better if I do this or that. And then you allow this little voice out there that's listening, it comes creeping in and said, "Excuse me, did I just hear you say that you got hope on the inside of you, that you think maybe if you do something different, that it might turn out differently?" You've got this little voice that is out there always listening. It's got these ears. It's the exact opposite that wants to keep you going around in that circle, that same train of thought, because it likes that train of thought, because that's why it hangs around. It hangs around to make sure you do that exact same thing over and over, because it likes it. It likes it. It don't want you to think outside the box. It doesn't want you to do things differently. It doesn't. It doesn't want you to have any hope. It wants to keep you stagnant. It wants to keep you right where you are. It don't want you to grow. It doesn't want you to evolve. It wants to keep you going around in circles. So it wants to keep you in a continuous cycle. There's no room for growth when you're going in a circle. You're always going to go, you're going to come straight back to the same thing, straight back in a circle over and over and over again. Aren't you getting tired of going around in circles? Circles with yourself when you have a thought, well, I should have done this, and then you listen to the voice who told you not to do it. You ever do that? I've done it before. As I'm saying this, I've got something trying to poke me in my head. I'd like something trying to get a pain, like a sensation, like a pick right there in my head, like you want to try to get me to quit talking. No, you all don't do this to yourself. You're just tuning in. Good morning. Yeah, you got to have faith. Okay, this happens time and time again. I don't even know what the title of the video is, because I just don't know what it is now. The point is, if you want change to occur in your life, if you want to grow, if you're tired of doing the same old thing over and over, that means you're going in a circle. You're literally, you're in a area, let's say you're in a yard, and you got a circle fence all around you, and that's what you're doing. You're just going around in circles. You can't go further than that. You're just going around in circles. In fact, you may find yourself going around in circles. There's nothing different. You know every single edge of that circle. You know it so well. You can even walk that circle blindfolded. That's how well trained you are, doing the same thing over and over, thinking the same way over and over, not allowing yourself to do anything different. The moment you think, well, I think I'm ready for a change, and then you have something out there listening, no, you're not changing. I like you right here inside this circle. This is where you need to be. You need to stay right inside this circle. You need to keep doing the same thing over and over. You're not getting outside this circle. There are people who do struggle with that. They stay inside that circle. They want change, but they're so afraid to break out of it. I'm not using a square this time, like a box. No, it's a circle. You're going in a cycle, the same cycle, over and over and over. Don't second guess yourself. This video's for you. If you're looking at me and you're listening to me and you're finding yourself second guessing yourself, you have a thought inside your head, well, I think my emotions are telling me something, I'm feeling something, and I'm not going to act on my emotions, even though they feel right on the inside of me. Deep within my being, I know it's the right thing for me to do. You know it's the right thing for you to do, because your spirit inside of you telling it's the right thing, but then you got another spirit telling you, no, you're not going to do that, because that means you would have to be vulnerable. Heaven forbid somebody be vulnerable. Heaven forbid somebody get in touch with their emotions. Heaven forbid somebody think differently than what they have been thinking, have a different thought process than they had before that was keeping them going around in a circle and a circle. Don't you think it's time to stop listening to the same voice over and over and over again that has kept you stuck in that circle? Don't you think it is? It's time to literally rise to the surface, okay? We got to have the connection here and the connection here. You cannot, let me tell you something. You cannot allow this up here to dictate your whole entire life without it being connected to here. Because you're not being a whole individual. You're not being whole. You're not spiritually whole when you do that. You're not being emotionally connected with up here. You got to connect the two. You got to have some emotions. You do. You got to have some heart with this thinking up here. The reason you're going around in circles and you don't get connected with your emotions is because you're allowing this up here to be interfered with that out there. That out there is getting inside of here, and it wants to keep you. It wants to keep you in your head. You got it? It wants to keep you playing around up there in your head, going around in circles. It's programmed you to do that. We've all been programmed to do that at one point or another. We've been programmed to go around in a circle, have the same thought process over and over. It's like that you're in a circled, fenced-in area. You literally are. You're not to think anything outside of that. Okay, somebody's watching. I have a spirit that's watching me. I felt it come in. I felt the spirit come in. Okay, I did. I felt the spirit come in. It doesn't want you. Oh my gosh, it's making my nose want to itch right now. I'm literally feeling it. It just, what's the chances of my nose wanting to itch right now? No. This happens, when this happens time and time again. That's the title of the video. When this happens time and time again. What happens? Nothing happens. The same old thing. Nothing changes. Because you think the same way. We think the same way. We do the same things. Even though there may be a part of us that says, you know, why don't you, for once in your life, you ever hear somebody say, for once in your life, would you do the right thing for once? Just for once. You ever hear somebody say that? For once, do that. But then they have another voice telling them, ain't no way, ain't no way. I am who I am, and I'm not doing that. Because you're listening to the other voice. You're listening to the other voice, and you can look at your life many times throughout your life. A lot of people can identify with this. When you listen to the other voice, ain't no way. You know why? Why? It's the pride. It's the ego. It's the pride. It's the ego. It's the stubbornness that gets in the way every single time because we can't be vulnerable. We can't have emotions. We can't change because it makes us feel uncomfortable. We're comfortable in the mold that we are in. We are. We're comfortable going around in that same circle. You don't want to go outside it. Don't you think it's time? Don't we think it's time to get rid of the pride that's within us? Get rid of the ego? Get rid of the stubbornness? Get rid of the fear. The fear. The fear. The adversary will instill the fear within you because the adversary wants to have complete control. It does. It doesn't want you to do anything different. It wants you to continue going around in circles. It wants to make you think that you're safe. See, you're safe here in circles. Nobody can get to you. Nobody can get to you. You're safe going around in this circle. And I'll make sure nothing gets in here. I'll keep you in here. That's right. It will keep you in there. Prisoner. Prisoner. You've got to go within. We've got to go within. We've got to get this connected in here. But there's something outside there that doesn't want the connection. Time and time again. There's something out there. When you do the same thing over and over, when you have the same thought process over and over, when you talk yourself out of doing the right thing, nothing's going to change. You may want to take that great leap of faith. Great leap of faith. And then you could be on the precipice of it. I'm going to do it. And then something out there gets whim of it. Uh-oh, they're going to do it. Oh, we can't have them doing it. No, because they're going to break out. They're going to break free. They're going to jump over this fence that we got them in. Something out there hears you doing it. And you know what it does? It comes barreling straight to you and starts pounding these voices. It starts getting inside of here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. You're going to fail. It's not going to work. You're going to fail. You're going to fail. Don't do it. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. And if you continually did listen to that, you'll never be able to take that leap of faith, no matter what it is, because you'll have that negative voice continually in your mind telling you, don't do it. It's not going to work. You'll fail. Don't open your mouth. Don't do it. Don't say it. Don't go there. Don't do it. It's not going to work. And then you know what? Once it says it long enough inside of here, and once you start listening to it because you're programmed to listen to it, you'll say, well, you're right. It's not going to work. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was stupid. Thinking that I could make something different happen, or thinking different. I guess I was stupid and shouldn't have no hope, because there is no hope. This is going to be my life forever. This is going to be me forever. Never going to amount to nothing. I'm never going to have this. Never going to go nowhere. Guess it's going to be miserable for the rest of my life. You know why? You know why you get into that mindset? Because you sit there and listen to it. And then this voice out there, it sits and smiles. Just think of it as the devil, the antagonist. It's got a big smile on your face. And it says, that's okay. That's okay. You're safe right here. You're safe right here. It's like you're being in a relationship. You're in a spiritual relationship with a negative entity who does not want you to have anything positive occur in your life. That's how you got to look at it. You are in a spiritual relationship with a very negative entity, a very negative spirit that keeps you inside a circle. And it's like it keeps you right inside here. And it doesn't want you to come out. It's like got you in a black hole. It's got you inside of a black hole where it's dark. It don't want you to come into the light. It wants you to stay out there, because it knows if you were to venture outside that, you would be coming into the light, and it can't have it, because then you'll be able to see better. Now, it wants to keep you inside it. If you're watching this video and you are continuing to watch it, this video is for you. It may not be for everyone. There comes a point in your life you've got to get to that point. You've got to get connected here and get connected here. You got to make the connection. When this happens time and time again, when you keep doing the same thing over and over, and you don't see any change, is because you're going around in circles. You're in a spiritual relationship with a negative entity that does not want you to do anything different. It wants to keep you where you're at, wants you to keep you on the level that you're at. It doesn't want your light to get brighter, because if your light gets brighter, that means that it's not going to have that much power over you. You've been programmed. A lot of people have been programmed. I've been programmed throughout my life. We've all been programmed from elementary on up. And it's hard to break out of those old constraints, those old cycles, those old circles that they got us into. You can't. We want you to go around in circle. You're gonna have to be a parrot. And you're gonna have to keep repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating, because it's no. If you want your life to be different, then tune out the negativeness. Push the fear away. Push it away. Stop second guessing yourself. And stop letting outside voices interfere. When you truly do go inside yourself and you connect, you know who you are on the inside. You do. There's not a single person on listening to my voice who truly doesn't know what's on the inside of them and how they truly feel at the depths of their being. There's not a single person on here who does not truly know who they are on the inside. If you say, I don't know, you're not telling the truth. You do know who you are on the inside. You may not want to admit it. You may be in an absolute denial. You may have went your whole life not letting who you are way down here come to the surface. It's like that little bitty child. You never allowed it to have a voice on the inside of you. You never allowed it to come to the surface, because that little child has a lot of wisdom, has a lot of faith. A lot of faith. You never let it come to the surface. You want to keep it down there. There's a lot of people like that. You know, we all really truly know within our being what's best for us. You cannot continue to be in denial and run from yourself. A lot of people run from themselves. They do. Because you don't want to get connected with themselves on the inside. They don't. Thank you for those hearts flying up the screen. They don't want to get connected with who they are on the inside, because it makes them feel vulnerable when you allow yourself to speak from the inside, when you open yourself up. Who wants to do that? Because you become vulnerable. You're a target for everybody. I do that. I've opened my mouth. I've shared way too much stuff about me personally on here. I made myself vulnerable for attacks. And let me tell you, I got them. I got attacked for opening myself up. But you know what? I got stronger. I got stronger. Doesn't mean that I don't feel pain. It doesn't mean that I don't feel hurt. But I was able to grow through the pain and through the hurt. And that which was on the inside of me, that I didn't want to acknowledge or speak about, it became stronger too. You'll become stronger, and you want to be able to connect this with this. You do. You want to bring your whole self into this present, into the future. You do not want to continue to just bring part of you. You don't want to just be a partial you. You want to be a whole you. And in order to be a whole you, you've got to sometimes become vulnerable. Sometimes you got to rise to the surface and get rid of that ego up there, and rise to the surface and push out that voice that is telling you, you can't, you can't, you can't. It's not going to work. You got to step into your divinity. You got to let the light, you got a light inside of you, you got to let that light turn into a beacon to where it literally makes the electrical connection up here and activates your third eye. You got to do it. You got to let the light inside of you, which may be teeny tiny, but it's still a spark. You got to let it grow into a great big beacon of light that causes the electrical current to come up here and literally light up your third eye. You've got to. You want to be your whole self going into the future. You're going to need your whole self in order to survive. You are. And that whole self can't just be ego-driven. It can't just be the logical thinking. No, you got to have your heart in it. You will be complete. You got to get to some love on the inside of your being. Let that love grow. Let that light grow. That light is the love of God. You got to let it grow, because it's when the light and the love comes, you're going to go up here, come up here, and just poof, and it just like poof, and then up here. You'll have a barrier of protection up here. You will. It'll be your shield around your whole entire body. And then it will also go down, be a shield underneath your feet too. The love will literally just like poof, do it. So when this happens time and time again, what happens when it happens? Nothing changes. Nothing. You don't want to be that person stuck in a yard, more or less, with a circle around you your whole entire life, and you're going around in circles because you never did nothing different. You never let yourself do the right thing because you had another voice that you listened to. Stop that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop listening to those other voices. Push the fear away. Stop beating yourself up. If you change it up, you're going to get different results. I guarantee you. You step out of your comfort zone and step into the unknown. It takes a lot of faith. It takes a lot of courage. But I'm telling you right now, you got everything you need on the inside of you. You truly do. You just need to realize that. And quit listening to the voices out there. It could even be your voice telling you, no, don't do it. Because you got a battle happening on the inside of you. You want to do good, but then you got another thing telling you, no, you're not doing it. You stay that bad person. It gets you further in life. Yeah. It gets you further in the wrong direction. You switch it up. Switch it up. I'm going to go. I'm done talking. When it happens time and time again, what can you expect? The same thing. Same thing. Stop second guessing yourself. If you got hope, let the hope grow. Let the hope grow. The hope is the light. Jesus is the light. God is the light. Love is the light. Love is the light. Love is the hope. It brings about the faith that you need, the courage, the determination to push through that darkness, to push totally through that darkness. I'm telling you right now, the darkness will not stop you. It cannot stop you once you start pushing through it. It can't stop you. It can't stop you. It's just telling you that it can stop you. It can't stop you spiritually. It cannot stop you from growing brighter. It can't. Love is an unstoppable force. That light within you, it's unstoppable. Once you realize that, the way is clear. The way is clear. And there's no darkness that's going to hinder your path in life. But you got to grow in the light and push the darkness out. The darkness wants completely opposite of the light. The darkness wants to keep you blinded and in chains and immovable. It don't even want you to move. The light wants you to be free. The light wants to, you got to be the, you like that caterpillar in the cocoon. You can't stay a caterpillar in a cocoon your whole life, but a lot of people are. You got to break out of that and turn into a graceful butterfly. A graceful, beautiful butterfly. You do. Just think of yourself like that. I'm tired of being in this cocoon. I want to change. Well, let it happen. Let it happen. You don't want to stay, you want to be a beautiful butterfly. And you want to just be free. You want your spirit to be free and graceful. You do. Yeah. I'm going to go. This is a different video this morning. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop letting outside voices get inside your head telling you don't do it. It's not going to work. No. Tune them out. Isn't it time you stand up to those voices? Isn't it time you allow yourself, that light inside of you, that voice inside of you, to be louder than the darkness? Isn't it time to allow the light to be louder than the darkness? Isn't it time to let your light shine? Isn't it time to push your ego out of the way, your pride out of the way, your stubbornness out of the way? That does not, that's going to keep you from growing, all that kind of stuff, the unwillingness. Isn't it time to realize exactly what those represent to you and who you truly want to be on the inside? Push them out. Be a complete you. Push them out. Stop listening to them. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to go, you all. I hope you have the courage. I know you have the courage. It's not hope. I know you got the courage. Right there. To literally make that little light into a great big beacon of light, to where it literally goes all the way up here, and it like poof, the light bulb goes off up there, and the darkness is shattered out, pushed completely out. When get you a picture of that, your heart, this light, your heart lighting up, poof, and it literally goes straight up there, and you got darkness up here that kept you around in a circle. Literally, then it like illuminates your whole head, and the darkness disappears. Just think of it like that, and then keep it like that. Whenever the negative comes, say, "Oh, I remember you. You're the one who had me going around in circles my whole entire life, doing the same thing over and over. And now that I realize that I am free, you want to come back in here and trap me back into that same thought process? You want to have me doing those same things that kept me in the dark? I remember you. You're not coming back in here. Get away from me." That's right. That's what you got to do. Oh, no. You're not coming back around. You did this to me my whole entire life, and you made me miserable. You kept me in darkness. You're not getting back in here. I finally saw the sign. I saw the light. Some would say, I finally accepted Jesus into my heart. I finally let the light of God's love pierce my heart. And when it did, it pushed you right out. I'm sick of you. I'm tired of you. Get out of my life. As I get behind me, Satan. Get behind me. You're not coming back inside of me. I don't got no room for you. There's no vacancy up here. Go. That's what you got to do. I don't have a no vacancy sign in my heart. Get out. You ain't coming in here. It's completely full. I'm full. Get out. I'm going to go, you all. I know this is different, but this is what I felt led to say. It is. I gotta get ready for the day now. So, yeah. I'll see you later today. Can you imagine if I would have listened? If I would have listened to all those trolls back in 2018, all the way up to now, and let them literally instill the fear of God. Well, no, they're not. No, if I would have let them, their words, their hatred, and all of that, and everybody else that came in between, all the other stuff, get to me, and no, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I wouldn't. You've got to push it all aside. It's a lot to go through. It is. It takes a lot of strength. Right there. No, you can do it. There's a lot of people in here who have pressed onward. They pushed through the hardships. They pushed through everything, and they found out who they were on the inside. And once they found out who they were, poof, that's it. That's it for them. It's like goodbye darkness. Goodbye. I'm stepping into the light, and I am not going to listen to you no more. I'm not. Doesn't mean we ain't going to go through things, but at least you'll start to grow. I'm going, and my words are done. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I hope that this helps somebody this morning. But we got to make the connection from here to here. It literally has to connect. Once it does, poof, you become your whole self, not a partial self. And that little you on the inside has now become the complete you, who you're supposed to be. Because you don't got no fear in you. Because you push the ego out of the way, the pride out of the way, the stubbornness out of the way. Those things will not let you grow. They'll send you further into the darkness. Now you are in the light. You got the light. See, you got the light glowing up here on the inside of you. That's what you got, the light. It came from inside of here and it went poof. It makes it like you make you glowing bright. You'll be glowing and everybody will see your glow. They'll see your aura. That's how you got to picture it. No, you made the connection. You got it now. You got it. You got it. You want to poof. Because I don't want to be in the darkness. See, I'd be in the total black darkness. No, you're not keeping me in the dark. No. See, I've got a light. You want to do it. I'm going to go. You all have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you.